What's up, guys? Shouri here, and today I want to talk to you about the most amazing event the game ever came out with that they do during the last week of every single rank season. And so basically what it is every 24 hours they give you 2 free losses that don't make your rank go down. This does 2 different things. One, makes it to where your rank doesn't go down, which is great. But the most important thing is, it makes everyone actually play ranked. And that makes the extremely long queue times go down, and it also makes it to where your opponent quality also isn't really that hard. So it's pretty much just the best thing ever. I love it. I think it's great. And I definitely think if you are wanting to try to get in a little bit higher of a rank before the season ends, this is definitely the best way to do it. You don't have to do it all at once. Remember, just play until you lose twice every single day. You can go in as 3s and probably do a really good job of rank grind pushing because, like I said, there will be a lot more teams out there. And of the teams that are out there, there will also be a lower quality that you can definitely take advantage of. And even better, if you do end up winning a game, usually in ranked, especially in 3s, the other team just gets off. They decide that, you know what, it's not worth risking the loss. I'll just play another day, or I'll go play TDM for a while. And that doesn't happen as much in this last week because everybody gets those 2 free losses. So I definitely think that you should be going in and trying to push your rank up, especially at the end of the season, where if you can get that little bit of an extra rank, you can get a whole lot of rank coins, and it will end up giving you some pretty cool prizes in the next season. These include cool things like the Lobula skin, where you can have like a motorcycle, or even what I like the most is the firework death animation that you can make people have. So it's definitely worth getting those extra few thousand coins you can get if you can go up an extra rank or 2. And I definitely suggest, if you do end up going this route, play something like a Hunter or a Judex, which is really easy and simple to play and can counter a bunch of different things. If you're good at SKADI, that's always a great choice. And especially if you're good at Johnny Jet and Control, you will win a whole lot of games doing this, and it's just very simple to end up doing. But as you can see here with Hunter, basically what I'm going to end up doing is stay off to the side because we can do so much damage from far away. We want to give ourselves as much of a distance onto any of the 3 points they can come from. And so another thing I can do is let my teammates know where they are by using the radar balls. That's actually what makes it so good in solo, is the fact that you can counter both Johnny Jets and Aletas with first ult, and you can also do so much insane damage while showing your teammates exactly where people are, getting yourself more help, and giving your teammates more of an advantage in the fights, keeping them alive, and allowing them to also do a better job. Right here, we are on Judex, and just taking advantage of the fact that Judex has an insane amount of damage from far away with really nice accuracy. And it's funny because I actually switched to the Judex because it's better against Aleta, and then the guy switched to Johnny Jet, so that's rough. But it's all good. My teammate is playing the Hunter, countering their JJ, and that's all that really matters. The JJ does kill him and gets me pretty low here. Luckily for me, I do throw my ult, and we are able to get the JJ, heal up, get the small heal, and get right back in that fight. And then I'm going to go help my teammate who is on the cart, doing such a great job with the reflection shield to just keep it pushing and allowing us to go ahead and start getting this win pretty easily. And while we're on a 4 streak, our teammates doing a great job pushing the cart. We go ahead, get that guy, and we just need a few more meters. We get the last one to no health. He's going to have to either go around or let us win, and they choose to let us win. And that's the cool thing. This event allows you to play without really having to worry about if you're going to win or lose at least twice a day. And that makes it to where a ton of people who aren't confident enough to play ranked get to, and that also means your opponents aren't always going to be as good as you may think. So if you're someone who's thinking about trying ranked, but you aren't really sure if it's for you, or if you're afraid that you're not going to do very good, the great news is you can't really hurt your teammates because they get the free rank protection stuff too. And this is definitely the best time to just try to dip your toes in the water and see if this is something that you might end up enjoying. You also get cool ranked frames at the end of the season, so having yours go up a little bit at the end is always a nice thing. So I definitely recommend trying to go in and doing it. If you want to play the easiest character, I definitely suggest playing Hunter. It is just so good against so many different things, and you can absolutely be able to take over games with Hunter because Hunter does all of his damage at range, and he does so much of it. It is just definitely the one I recommend if you're newer to ranked to go for, especially because you can also end up getting Johnny Jets out of their invisibility, and then also things like a letter are really easy to take with it. Fade can be easy to counter with the knockback, and all the things that can be really frustrating early on definitely can be helped by you playing Hunter. Right here we are playing against Labula, who also can glitch by jumping up and down, making it hard to hit for most heroes, but for this character in particular, it doesn't affect it too much. What does affect it apparently is getting shot in the face by Hua Ling. Oh my god, that wasn't very nice of him. Oh well. We are able to still have the hill, and our teammates are doing a great job, especially our Jabali being able to get in there and keep us in the lead. That is another character that you may find fun and is pretty good, especially on things like escort and control. So you may end up wanting to play something like a Jabali or a Ruby. They both can be pretty helpful as well. But for me, I'm all about the Hunter all day, and that's why we're going to sit back here and kind of wait and try to let them come to us, which will allow us to do a lot of the damage before they even get to us, made to where we can get multiple at once, which is exactly what we do. Our teammates going up into the hill, and our Jabali giving me all the shields in the world. He did drop it at an inopportune time, but it is what it is. We do end up getting 2 of the kills. Our teammate does go ahead and use the ult, making the Hunter back down, giving us a favorable position on him, and giving us the round win. And we were able to immediately set up in the next round, right up top, getting our teammates a little bit of information on where people are, and I realized the guy was probably coming behind us because I hadn't seen him for a while, which is exactly what he did, giving us the easy kill and making it to where we win the hill right off the break. Our teammates doing a great job to work together, keeping up front, and we are able to take that hill without any problem, and all of us are alive with full health. I mean, you can't really ask for more of a better start. They also switched to Jabali in this round, and we have him kind of locked down on that right side. We are going to get some pretty good damage on him, making them back down. They go for our teammate after getting the full heal, and with their team having a healer as well, it is going to be a little bit harder. We are going to have to stick together a little bit better on my side in the future, because if the other team has a healer, it is something you want to be aware of. And right here, we are just doing pretty insane amounts of damage, and the Iris ended up using his ult, keeping them all alive for a really long time, and doing a great job of it, to be honest. But it did allow us to go in there and get those kills, and then what a play by that shell. I mean, you got to give credit where credit's due, man. That was rough. But we do end up going ahead and showing everybody where they are with our sonar balls, and that is what I was talking about earlier of why I love Hunter so much and why it's so beneficial. Being able to show your team where everyone is just helps you be able to work together so much easier, especially if people aren't using mics and people might not always be the most experienced. But it is going to allow us to go ahead and go in there, get everybody down, and now they do have us really low, and I am just trying to back up because nobody wants to play against a Jabali and a shell up close. That's rough. But we do end up dying. We are winning still, though, so it's not that bad. And our teammates are pushing up. We are working together and staying alive pretty good. It's one thing that you don't see as much in solos where you all go together. It ends up happening a lot where both teams will end up getting staggered going on 1 by 1. That is something that you can help your team have an advantage on pretty big. Because if you wait and you make sure that you're going with one of your teammates, at the very least, you will be fighting together and having a lot more team fights. That will help your team just be able to win overall a lot more often than not. Right there, we do have their Jabali go behind us, and we're going to try to outplay him here. What we're going to do is trick him into thinking that we were running away from him, and then coming back while his shields were down, getting him really low, and this also allows us to go kill the guy in the middle, come back and finish him off at the end while he's skittish, and not sure if we're going to double back and fake him out again. Right here, I'm just waiting for them to push up on me so I can use my knockback, but instead we do go kill the guy on the right, and then we get lucky on the Aletta there, and now it is just 1v3. We are in a really rough position though, because if they get the hill, they basically win. But also, the thing that's good about that is they are going to be more likely to just rush in the hill, not really caring as much, which ended up getting them staggered and allowed us to win the game. They probably thought they had multiple chances at the hill, but really they only had one because the fights took a little bit longer than you would expect. But there is one other game mode, which is Clash. This one I don't mind too much, but a lot of people don't end up liking because you have to be good with at least 3 different characters, and if one of your teammates is good with one of those, then you have to be good with even more, so it can be a little rough. But my favorite characters on this are pretty easy. It's going to be Hunter, Hua Ling, and then either Osis or Judex. Right here, we just immediately go and swarm them. Playing together in this game mode will allow you to win it a lot of the time, just because there are so many people who don't play together in that game mode, which kind of makes no sense, because, like, I mean, if you die, you lose. You might as well play as a team. But we are going to go Osis this round, and I'm just trying to watch over my team and kind of keep the other team really fearful of what we're doing, and my teammates are pushing up, so I am going to end up needing to push up eventually, especially to help that guy on the left. I can't see him because there's something in the way now, so I kind of have to go up top to be able to get him. Right there, I do end up missing that shot, which is really rough. But we are able to try to lock him down on that little right side near the middle. And even though I am obviously terrible at this game and can't hit a single sniper shot for my entire life, they still have to respect the fact that I can kill them in one shot, so they kind of have to play a little more cautious. Luckily for me, I do finally start hitting the shots, and we are able to get one, and then it's just me versus the Aletta, and I'm basically just going to wait for him to come in, immediately get him, and as soon as his head pops up to have to come get me, since he had to go in the jumpy-uppy thingy, yes, the technical term, it is going to make it to where it's just an easy kill. Right here, we are playing Hua Ling, my most favorite thing to do in Clash, because it's the easiest thing in the world, and I'm kind of making sure that nobody comes behind my teammates here, but they're in a pretty big team fight, so I am going to have to go up top and finally help them. And I do miss a few shots. Our teammate does end up doing a great job to live there, and I kill the guy that comes up immediately, and now it is going to be a 1 versus 2. Our teammate got screwed over by the sentry turret. I mean, what you going to do? But I see where they are going from here, and I lead my shots, killing the shell. Now it's just me versus Sindri, and man, this you would think would go great for me. But you got to remember, I'm terrible, so it was rough. But we are going to be able to see the Sindri really easily here, and I just thought to myself, oh, when he comes up, it'll all work out. It didn't, but we did have our ult up, giving us the easiest free kill right here, right? No, because I suck. But we are still in a pretty good position, and they definitely are playing on the back foot. I did not know that their turret was still up here, but we are able to do a great job of taking it out without taking very much health loss. And unfortunately for this guy, I have the better long-range hero. Oh yeah, and I forgot to mention Hua Ling's passives, wall hacks, that helps. But we are able to go ahead, drop down, get the last kill for the ace, and win the game. And you know what else is winning? Having Jordy make all your thumbnails. This guy is an absolute animal when it comes to Photoshop, and he can do anything you want him to. He has very reasonable prices, and if you're like me and have zero creativity in any way, just give him the title of your video, kind of what you're thinking about, and then he can give you his ideas. It's a really great collaborative process that he has just mastered. So I definitely recommend getting him to make your thumbnails too. Alright, guys, have a great day.